This is Equity One, Broadway's happy hour.
Pour yourself a drink and join us as we chat about life, theater, and everything in between.
I'm Elliot Maddox.
And I'm Caleb Dickey. Join us for your Equity One. Cheers, Elliot.
I'm cheersing with my new shaker.
It's so shiny.
It's copper.
Keeps it extra chilled.
Well, it's like, in my mind, it's copper, but on Amazon, it's rose gold.
Sure, yeah. Millennial, gotta get that in.
Mm-hmm, right. Welcome to this week's episode of Equity One, Broadway's happy hour. It is a late night, spooky edition. I have a lisp. If you can't see me, I'm wearing vampire fangs.
They're great. They're really solid. Right,
Halloween.
Courtney, it is Halloween time. This is my first look of the night. It's actually slightly tinted pink, and the roots are like,
Yeah, we love a dark root. You're giving me very like Housewives vibes with this wig.
It's like trendy roots.
Yeah, so. This is very like for any Housewives fans, it's very Robin on Potomac. Yeah. So it's very, very fun to be with you. Welcome to Equity One Broadway's happy hour. We are here dressed up for Halloween. We are so excited to sit and chat with lots of guests tonight. So let's not waste any time. We'll get right to it. We have one of our favorite guests of the show. You know him. You love him. It's Jay Armstrong Johnson, everyone. Welcome back, Jay.
Oh, thanks so much, Elliot. It's great to be back.
Third time is the charm, so this is it.
Yeah, and third time is charmed, because we're talking some witches today, aren't we, Jay?
We sure are. Lots of them. 3 of them to be exact.
So next Thursday, October 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern, Jay's fabulous show, I Put a Spell on You, the Sanderson Sisters Break the Internet, is going to be streaming to raise money for Broadway Cares. And so you can catch the show at broadwaycares.org/spell. And again, that's next Thursday, the 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we are so excited to get to talk to you about the show and all that fun stuff. But first, and most importantly, what are you drinking, Jay?
Well, with dinner, I had a lovely tangerine White Claw. Really liking White Claw these days. I stan a carbonated water, and carbonated water with a little bit of alcohol in it is better.
Yes.
But then I was like, right before I had to hop on this thing with you guys, I was really itching for a whiskey sour. So I made that. What are you drinking?
Caleb?
No, it's for all seasons. We have a Stella, winter, spring, summer, fall, next June.
All you have to do is drink.
Yes.
And it'll be there.
Stella.
So I got this shaker because I tried to make a drink on Instagram the other day, and the drink was too much. So I had to use like a giant Pyrex to mix it in. So I bought myself a shaker. So I'm making this is an iced toddy, courtesy of Katie Weber, NYC. Her recipes.
Love her.
Yes, we love her. So
this is like a Blair St. Clair. Ooh, chill. Ooh.
Yeah. So
cheers.
Cheers. I also got recently a Lume Cube, like the front light that attaches to my computer.
Yeah.
Because I used to set up my giant light, and it was just so annoying. I don't have the space anymore, so it's really working well. You can change the brightness. Ooh,
you're glowing. Yes.
Literally
you have a
today.
You did?
Well, you have a
little something right there, I think.
Here?
The light is really.
Yeah.
Actually, today I got a new ring light in the mail.
Ooh.
Pull it out.
Oh my god.
Changes it. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Guys, I got a ring light too.
Did you?
Show us your ring light.
It's too far. I'm not gonna.
Also, I'm witch riding for Biden tonight as well. So any of our viewers out there, have you voted? Are you registered? Are you voting? Let's
Absolutely. I was just going to ask you your voting plan if you're open to sharing.
Yeah, I'm totally open to sharing. I thought I was going to mail in voting, and then I just got really nervous. So we're going to do some early voting this week. My partner and I are going to go to it's literally around the corner from where we live. So it's going to be like easy, quick, in and out. Let's do it.
So good. Caleb, what is your voting plan?
I'm actually trying to vote either tomorrow or Sunday. Katie is saying, why is Caleb in a tent? We'll get back to my voting thing, but this is actually some spider webs. Like as a kid, they like glowed in the dark sometimes.
Those are
I
spider
put up
webs.
some spiders. Actually, I haven't cleaned my apartment for a month because I knew the special was happening, and I let the spiders take over.
You wanted it to be real, really authentic.
Like legit. Like,
yeah.
So they're staying in my tent, my little Bikram. Harem. We'll call it a harem.
Oh.
But my voting plan is I'm going to try and vote tomorrow or Sunday, but I'm worried about lines because everyone's going to be early voting, and tomorrow's day number 1. So
yeah,
I'm going to go in the afternoon. So we'll see.
I'm planning to go on Monday. I'm going to go after the weekend crowd, vote early on Monday. I recently moved, but I hadn't changed my registration. And the other day in the mail, I got like transfer notice to my new address. I think the post office went ahead and did it. And I called the registration, the Varick Street, and I was like, hi, I just got this, wanted to confirm my polling place. They were like, oh, you can't vote. I was like, what?
Confuse me.
And so she was like, hold on. And I was like, no, this is going to work. So I was registered. I was already registered. They just changed the address for me. So I have a new polling place.
Oh my God, that was
had
close.
a panic attack.
Woo!
Right.
That was rough. But I can't wait to vote for Joe Biden on Monday.
Me too.
There it is.
I'm just loving this Kamala girl. She is doing it for me.
She's so good. Everyone in the comments, you saw Alan sent in his absentee ballot. Share your voting plan in the comments and let us know how you're planning to vote this year. When you're not planning how you're going to vote, Jay, and putting on this gigantic show, what's been keeping you entertained lately?
Entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are you watching?
Watching a lot of spooky movies these days, actually. We revisited the Texas Chainsaw Massacre OG. We revisited the remake. We're watching the new Witches, actually, that just came out.
HBO?
With
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch
tomorrow.
Yeah, my boyfriend watched it last night because I was too busy editing. So I walked in and watched the transformation when the kids become mice, which TBH, I like the original better, but like it's because CGI and whatnot. But yeah, lots of spooky movies because it's that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Caleb and I recently watched a spooky movie that we're going to be reviewing for an episode coming out on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So, Caleb, do you want to go ahead and announce the movie?
Well, I'm going to announce it too for Blonde Girls, but we can announce it now so you can write it down in your notes. It's
you want to announce? You want to wait it? Oh, never mind.
Oh, there, I already said it. It's already released.
We did it.
Boom, drum roll. So write it down in your notes now. Hellbent. It came out in 2004. It's a great first gay ever.
It's a gay horror movie.
Horror movie. You'll love it. But we'll talk more about that in our game segment later.
Cool.
But I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show recently, just the original, not like the made for TV and all that extra stuff.
Right.
So, pull out the classics.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
It's so good.
Right?
It's so good. Yeah, it's always fun. I did a production of Rocky Horror, so I know the callbacks that people yell at you. So it's really fun to watch it and yell at the screen. That's the best. That's the best with Rocky Horror. I've been watching some scary movies too. I hate scary movies, but now's the time of year where my boyfriend forces me to sit through them. And so we watched Hellbent, and then we were like, let's watch another one. We're already in the mood. So then we watched Carrie. I'd never seen Carrie. Wow. And it was amazing.
This original one, or was there another
with Sissy Spacek? There is a new one that recently came out. But no, the original always.
My favorite is when she's in the street and she goes like this, and the car goes.
Yeah, and she contorts her body. She was amazing.
Yeah, really good. We also watched the OG Halloween the other night. It's just so good. I mean, like it's really, really, really well made. I mean,
with Jamie Lee Curtis and Kyle Richards.
Like if the shots that are just like wide, where you're just like you have to scan the entire frame because you don't know where you're going to see Michael Myers. I mean, it's truly genius movie making. It really is.
Yeah, classic horror movies are like where I don't know anything because I don't want to watch them because I don't like to be scared.
They're terrifying, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're going to watch Poltergeist for Halloween this year.
Oh, that's a good one. It's actually like it's kind of sad because the 80s ones are kind of comical because the CG, I mean how they did stuff, but they're still like pretty scary. Like I won't watch the original Exorcist because it scares me. That's one I won't touch.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Like,
no.
And also, I'm in a new apartment and Caleb saged it for me, but I'm not certain that it's not haunted. Like, I'm not 100% sure. So I'm avoiding like movies about spirits. Well, I mean, Poltergeist, I guess.
Yeah, that's a big spirit.
Anyway, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes when things go down. I don't know. Should I tell the story of like why I'm concerned?
Yeah, probably.
Sure. Yeah. Share. Yeah. Speak into the universe.
So it was the day we moved into the apartment, and we had been slowly moving in, little things here and there, but the big move with like movers and taking our furniture, all that was happening. And Michael and I come into the apartment, and we had recently hung some art that we bought in Provincetown on the wall, and they're just like squares. When we walked into the apartment, one of the big squares was face up on the floor, like 3 feet away from the wall.
Spooky.
So it didn't look like it had like fallen and scooted because it felt like it would like fall and flip over. And it was really far from the wall.
That ghost does not like that.
It's a gay ghost. The gay ghost was like, I'm not feeling this artwork. And
the feng shui is all off here.
Yeah. So I texted Caleb immediately and was like, "Can you come sage?" And he was there in an hour.
It's really nice of you, Caleb.
And he he really was thorough on that one spot in the wall.
Yeah. We should be staying there for a little bit. Just kept going back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's start talking about your show, Jay. Yeah. Because this is so exciting. It's such a big undertaking to do something like this. As so few people know, like what it's like to like actually put something of that scale together. And I want to bring in your sisters, if that's okay.
Please.
So please welcome to the show, Allison Robinson and Amanda Williams-Ware, who play the Sanderson Sisters. Jay. Hello. Cheers, everyone.
Hi.
Cheers.
Oh my God. I love those LaCroix. Like the like, special edition.
I didn't have a drop of alcohol in my house. Because I am a dumb girl.
You are a smart girl.
That would never fly in this house. Oh man. Thank you all so much for coming and chatting with us. We're so excited to talk with you.
Thank you for having us. Happy to be here.
Unmute yourself, Allie.
Well, I hadn't anything, but I wasn't.
You were just practicing Zoom etiquette, right? Always on mute until we speak. No. So you all play the iconic trio, right? The Sanderson Sisters. How did you all start collaborating? Oh my god!
Who is that?
So spooky.
Hi. This is Goldie, and I'm sure my other cat will make an appearance at some point too.
He was like, "Give me attention, please."
The cat said, "I'm gonna need to be in this, please."
Yeah. You'll see them.
It's literally a spooky Halloween episode. I'm definitely showing up.
I know, just like black cat yeah.
That's their tail.
Well,
so tell us the origin. Yeah.
So back in 2016, I did a big concert at 54 Below, and Amanda and Allison were my backup singers and my featured vocalists in that show, along with Billy Lewis Jr. I think we also had Todrick Hall and Lindsay Mendez as guests, but it was like a 8-piece band, 3 nights at 54 Below, and we recorded all 3 nights, and then we did a live album that we dropped in October of that same year. And so because I am a Halloween fan and a Hocus Pocus stan, and I always wanted to be Winifred ever since I was a kid, I'd Quantico was happening. I had a little bit of money in the bank from my first television show. So I invested in getting costumes and wigs to make our album release concert a Halloween album release concert. So we got dressed as the Sanderson Sisters, and Billy Lewis Jr. got dressed as Billy Butcherson, and all of our guest artists were various characters from Hocus Pocus, and our 8-piece band was a skeleton band like you see on stage in Hocus Pocus. So it was just a Hocus Pocus focused evening album launch concert. And we had a blast. We sang songs from my album as the Sanderson Sisters, which was one weird but also awesome. And because we had the wigs and the costumes, we decided to just make it an annual thing. So since it's our 5th anniversary this year, it's grown from a 54 Below show to a downtown, more cabaret extravaganza with choreography and staging and a more a narrative. And this year was our 5th anniversary, and we got Broadway Cares on board to be our presenter and our producer, which has been a big dream of mine since we started doing it a few years back. And then when COVID happened, we thought we were going to have to cancel, but then Danny Marin of Cone Limon Productions, my associate co-producer, we started to innovate, and we said, well, let's do an online virtual visual album like Beyonce's Lemonade with a little Halloween twist.
And good ever.
I can't wait to watch it. I mean, I'm so excited to get to see how people are adapting in this time where we have to just do things a little bit differently. What were some of the challenges of going from doing a live show, something that you've done a couple times, and then completely revamping it to a new format?
Well, we're all theater people, right? So we know how to put on a concert. We've done it for 4 years. And I've been on a couple of film sets, but to shoot 13 music videos over the course of a month's long time is something that I've never done before. So it was really kind of an all hands on deck. Right. Much like the pandemic. We had to get Allison and Amanda up to New York because they're in Texas right now. They live in Texas. And so they had to come in quarantine for 2 weeks before they could even step onto one of our sets.
Oh, wow.
It was actually great because we've known each other our whole lives, but we'd never bonded like that before. And we became true sisters during that. So it was weird, but also very cool.
Well, it's also the testament to how awesome these two girls are. One, yeah, we grew up together and we're best friends, but also they took a month out of their life to leave their husbands and their fiancés and their families to come to New York for a month to spend their time and energy while they both have jobs. I mean, they're both working remotely on their actual jobs, but then to help us pull off this event. I just love them so much. I think I cried on the phone when they said yes.
I mean, were we going to say no?
Yeah, how could we not say yes?
I would not do this.
So you said you all grew up together. How did you meet? Do you all live where you grew up?
Yeah.
Allison and I do. We live where we grew up. We all met in a theater company called Kids Who Care when we were very young. It's adorable. And we grew up doing theater, and we just stayed friends forever. And Allie and Jay actually went to NYU together in the same program at Steinhardt.
Yeah.
Always.
Alton just recently moved back to Texas.
Yeah. I was in New York for 13 years and then moved back to Texas, not because of the pandemic, but it coincided, and here we are.
Here we are.
All of us.
How are things in Texas right now?
I kind of don't want to talk about it.
Okay, you don't have to.
It's different. It was actually really great seeing how New York handled the pandemic. I mean, everyone and their mom and their dog are wearing masks in New York, and that's not the case in Texas. And so I actually felt safer in New York, surrounded by way more people than I did down here.
I felt that exact same way. I'm from Kentucky, and I have had to go back and visit since everything started. And everyone's like, how are things? I'm like, honestly, I'm more scared here than I am in New York.
Yeah,
Just the reality.
It's one of the safer cities in America now because like Cuomo was like, this is what's happening and you're going to follow these instructions. And so we did it.
I'm actually just going to keep wearing my mask for the rest of my life because I put the mask on,
Same.
I put my sunglasses on, I have my hat, and my mom wouldn't say hello to me on the street. So like, and I'm fine with that. So I'm going to keep wearing a mask till at least like 2050, I think. So.
I do feel like masks are just going to be a part of our lives. Like if I wake up and I have a little bit of a sore throat, but I have shit to do, I'm going to put on a mask because that's just nice for everyone else around me, you know?
Completely agree.
Good to see.
I saw a meme recently that was like, I can't believe I let people breathe on me before. Like, it's so true. It's like, what? Like, what are we doing?
True. Oh,
wait, so where did you guys film the show at? Like, where was like sets?
We had a few different sets in the city. There was a studio space called 393 NYC, which was just like a 360-degree projection space, which was really cool and allowed for us to do a lot of awesome things. Jamie Kiliani, one of my associate producers, was also my projection designer, so she got to get a lot of fun out of those projection walls. We also shot at this place called NSFW for one of our more sexier shoots. We shot at Open Jar Studios, which was one of our partners. We did all of our rehearsals there, and we did one of our numbers there in their beautiful cabaret space. And then we got to take a bit of a road trip upstate, about 3 hours to Saratoga, New York, where we lived at a 7-bedroom mansion. Production lived there for about a week or so, and we shot 5 of our videos up in Saratoga, which was really cool.
It did not suck.
It sounds amazing. Like if you can like produce work and also give yourself like an upstate getaway, like that's the way to do it.
It's kind of crazy because I did this like socially distanced outdoor cabaret for this mansion. There's these 2 guys, Jeff and Neil, up in Saratoga, and they own this mansion, and they had actually seen our live Halloween concert last year. And so they know me from that, and they asked me to come up to be a part of their like COVID-19 outdoor concert series. So I came up and I did a cabaret for them, which was one of my very first performances back in the world since all this began. And then I was just kind of looking at their facilities and their mansion, and they have this barn and their land. And I was just like, it's so beautiful up here. Also, we could do so much with our visual album. So I just asked them point blank, and they didn't even hesitate. They said, absolutely, let's do it. So thank you guys at the Mansion Inn in Saratoga.
Such good care of us. I mean, 3 square meals, like gourmet chef prepared meals. I felt like a freaking movie star. It was amazing.
Chef Rick.
Yes, Chef Rick. Chef Rick, I love you. I miss you. Oh my God.
Can't wait to go again. Highly recommend it to every single person.
Yeah, and they were really hit hard by the pandemic because the Mansion Inn is usually a place for like weddings and stuff. And so a lot of weddings were canceled because of COVID. And so they had their space and they had it available, and they love Broadway Cares and they love artists. So they were really happy to open their doors so that they could help us, raise money for a good cause.
What if so many people are like doing work right now, trying to find ways to be creative and find different outlets than we usually have. What did you learn making this experience happen? Like, because we're all kind of on a learning curve, learning skills that we don't know or applying the skills we already have in a completely different way. So what were some of the big things you learned in making this?
If you have enough money, you can pull it off.
Yes.
And there you go.
I mean, I kind of learned like a little bit of a fake it till you make it situation, because I really was just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and hoping that all the artists that came on to help me pull this off were just going to fly with me, and everyone really did. My love and appreciation of humanity in general came back COVID kind of made me go insular and stay away, and but this really pushed me to one, stay safe, and to two, trust in humanity again, especially in artists, because there are over 100 people that touched this project, from pre-production to production to post-production, and everyone gave 110%, and I'm kind of blown away by all of their work.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's something I miss about, the theater experience, like putting, when you do a show, it's like 100 people in the building, kind of making something happen every night, plus the audience. And so it sounds like a similar experience, getting to just collaborate with people in a safe way.
It's also a terrifying experience because the health and safety of all of our cast and crew was kind of in our hands because of COVID. Like the CDC had very strict recommendations as to what happens on a set. Phase 4 allowed for television and film production to come back, which is why we were allowed to even do it. So all of our people on my producing staff took COVID emergency officer training courses to make sure that we had the facts and knew how to keep each other safe, and everyone had to wear N95 masks, and we had to get our temperature checks every morning. And it really was, to pull off what we pulled off is hard enough without being in a pandemic. But to do it also thinking I've got COVID every day.
Every day. It's I'm such a hypochondriac in that sense.
I check my temperature every day. Just if I'm feeling sick, I'm just take your temperature. Oh, it's 96 point whatever. I'm okay, it's fine. I'm okay. The mental breakdown has been curbed.
Yeah.
That's so funny because that is such a shift for you, Caleb. It's this all throughout college, Caleb would just be I'm not sick. If he was feeling sick, he wouldn't even entertain the idea that he could be sick. He would just say, I'm not.
This might not have been the best teachings, but they said, if you tell yourself something, you'll believe it. And they said, tell yourself you're not sick and you won't get sick. The vitamin C. Say what?
I said thoughts are powerful.
They are powerful. And so I was barfing, but I was I am okay. I got to go to ballet.
Yeah, that is very on brand with our school of thought. Anyway.
Okay. What is your guys' love for Hocus Pocus? When did you first remember watching Hocus Pocus?
Well,
Jay,
you've watched it every year since you were 11, right? Or 9 or 3. I don't know.
It came out in 1993, so I was 6 years old, and I remember pretty specifically. I think I went to the movie theaters and saw it, and it was also released in July. Weirdly, so because it was summertime, but there was a Halloween movie, so I thought that was also weird. But I love spooky things, and also I love Halloween. Halloween was the first theatrical experience that I had as a kid. I didn't realize I could be an actor when I was 6 years old, but on Halloween I got to be an actor. I got to put on a costume. I got to be someone different for a whole night and eat candy. So it was the thing that I love to do.
Let me tell you, the Bette Midler doing that was the first riff I ever heard, and that was before Sister Act 2. So Sister Act 2 was an awakening, but. Mm-hmm. But that little part of that song, I rewound it over and over and over and over and over again. I was like, what is this? It was incredible. And I was hooked forever.
I can't believe I just found out that I Put a Spell on You wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. It got added later on in the process. That whole town hall performance was not even part of the original script.
Oh,
weird, right?
That's the power of Bette Midler. She said,
yes.
I'll do it, but I need a song.
That's true.
Notes for the future.
Right.
Yeah, I dressed up as the Sanderson Sisters with 2 of my friends in 5th grade, and I was Mary. And I made a styrofoam something to put on my head so I could put my hair up around it, and I should really try to dig up a picture.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I would pay good money for that photo.
Yeah. I know it's all about like making it work for Halloween. That's my favorite part of Halloween is like just the creativity of like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
You know, like if I want a wig to look a certain way, I'm like, well, I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to put a plastic bag in it full of air and make it work, you know?
Tease it. Just tease the hairspray. Just go.
It's so much more fun to just like open your closet or open your drawers and see what you already have and work with that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I am known for putting paper on myself and calling it a Halloween costume, but it's always hilarious. It's like I was once the carousel marquee. I've been a Hamilton ticket. I love a sandwich board. It's a sandwich board will do wonders because you can also just take it off at the party, you know?
Mm-hmm. We just had a note that the concert's on the night of the Nightmare Before Christmas anniversary, and that was my like iconic Halloween movie as a kid. I was obsessed with it, and my parents didn't know why. I was like, it's just so creative. I loved all the stop motion. I was obsessed with it.
Yeah, I recently revisited Nightmare Before Christmas, and I was like, oh my God, this is better than I even remember it. It really is a genius film. Mm-hmm. And then I watched that new TV show that they have on Disney Plus about the props. What's it called?
Props or something. And they had the hill.
Yeah.
Huh? What is this?
It's a new television show that Disney Plus released that like goes back and looks at like props and like sets from like different movies. And they have one on like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They have one on Mary Poppins. They have one on Nightmare Before Christmas. And like you sit there and you watch the actors come like 20 years later and like look at a prop that they haven't seen since they were on set of that movie, and they like start crying and you're like crying with them. It's a really good show.
Prop culture.
Prop culture.
Pop culture.
Prop culture. First of all, that's a great title.
Yeah.
I was almost going to cancel my Disney Plus, but now I have to keep it.
You do for this. It's worth it. And you can go through it quick. You can cancel it next week after you watch this.
Fine. For Halloween movies, for me, I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not a big scary fan, but I was a big Disney Channel person. So not so much Hocus Pocus, but like Phantom of the Megaplex. Any of the kind of like Disney Channel original movies that were like Halloween themed. Like, was it my stepdad's a vampire or something? My mom's dating a vampire. Like horrible. like, what are these movies?
I don't know any of those titles.
Yeah.
Well, they're niche, I suppose. Just niche for me. So what I mean throughout the years, obviously things have changed in the format of the venue, the kind of feel of the show. In your all's experiences, what has changed in doing the show for 5 years, and what stayed the same?
Bigger.
Harder.
Is it an arena tour next year? Is that the
We'll see how it goes.
I'd love it. Yeah, it really just has gotten bigger exponentially every year. We went from a concert at 54 Below where like you're on this tiny little stage and like all you got to do is stand in front of a mic and sing, to then Le Poisson Rouge, which gave us a much larger space to actually be able to do some staging and choreography but then to do a film, to do a visual album with their 15 different sets and 3 different looks for every single character, because that's a music video. You can't just have one costume in a music video. You have to have at least 3. So like our poor costume department, DW and Kelsey and Taylor, I mean, they had 26 huge fucking bags of wardrobe that they brought up to Saratoga for 5 videos alone. Like that's just 5 videos, 26 bags of wardrobe. So it really has just gotten bigger. And now that we've done kind of a multimedia film thing, now I feel like we have to have at least a little bit of that even when the live show comes back, when the world gets back to normal,
Yeah. That can be a costume change moment. You throw the video up and you go off stage and you like drink a little water and you're like, okay, rest.
That's what Todrick Hall does with his tours. He implements his videos into his live shows so that he can go off and do his big costume changes.
So is Beyonce.
So is Beyonce.
If it's good enough for Beyonce.
Look.
Have to change her clothes.
What stayed the same? What is the same kind of experience?
I'd say that the heart of it is the same, but the heart has grown. You know, the people that are involved, the something that I learned being a part of it, especially this year, is just, you know, ask if you need help, or if you don't know something, talk to someone about it. Like, everybody's willing and excited to create, and it's always had it's always had that element, but this year it was especially apparent.
You have 2 black cats?
Yeah, one has little white paws and one is totally black.
One of them plays Zachary Binks.
Yes.
In, the show.
This show, did he come into quarantine with you? Did he come up state to?
I wish. No, we filmed Bean's moment here in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious. Like, Beans' writer was the most difficult for putting it all together. Yeah.
But when I say that, like, all these artists came on board to help us pull this off, they did. And, like, they knew that it was also for charity as well. So people that are used to working in television and theater and film, you know, they sat dormant for 6 months, and then they were like, oh, this is a project that's happening, and they're staying COVID compliant. And so everyone that signed on board were signing on with everyone had the same, like, idea. Take care of each other, make sure we stay safe, and let's raise money for Broadway Cares. So I really felt like we built community, especially when we were up in Saratoga and living in the same house, and we had to keep masks on in the same house, and we could only take the masks off when we were behind our closed doors in our separate living quarters. You know, it really was a weird, crazy, exciting, terrifying experience. Much like Halloween.
Yeah, so spooky.
You know, I didn't just to make film is, you know, 16-hour days, you know, 12-hour shoots, and it's a lot to ask of people, and everyone just really did it and worked hard and brought their best game, and you guys, it's so good. It's so good.
I've loved being in the editing room and watching everything come in, because, like, Amanda hasn't even seen anything really. I mean, Allison's seen a little bit because she's my post-production coordinator, and she's keeping us on schedule and keeping us organized. Thank God. I would not be where we are today if it were not for Allison. But it's fun to watch the footage, and, like, Amanda and Allison, this is your first thing you've done on camera, really. Like, I think ever, and it's you're naturals, and you're so good in these roles. You've done them for 5 years. I just love watching the moments that you guys have. They crack me up. You guys are geniuses.
We get to just be idiots.
Idiots.
Right. That's the gig.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to share with people? Like, are there specific moments, or just the, like, experience as a whole? Like, what are you most jazzed about for the 29th?
What can we say? I don't think we can. Can we say?
I mean,
can you say, like, in teasing language?
I think
there are just so many moments.
There's so many.
Every single music video is like a world of its own, and it just, like, keeps packing a punch. It's just like, what? Like, your jaw is just gonna open further and further. I can't really highlight one moment specifically.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. I think you're just going to love seeing all your favorite Broadway stars being these crazy wacko characters in these crazy wacko settings. Yeah. I mean,
full out. Playing full out.
Full out.
It's literally going to break the internet, like you said.
Hey, well, that's the title, honey.
Can we like be like live tweeting during it? Like, do you have like a live tweet going or something? Like, have you done that? We should
Like
try
a
that.
hashtag.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
Like
Do you have any like a fun story from filming? Just like a fun anecdote that you could share? Or does what happens at the mansion stay at the mansion?
Well, I guess
It's hard to not give anything away.
well, the first day on set, and it was while Amanda and Allison were in quarantine, actually, we were doing one of our numbers, and it was the first day. Like, it was like, good luck, here we go, first day of shooting. Are we doing something? Do we know what we're doing? Yeah, probably not. And that first day was so magical. Everything just like fell into place. The actor Ilda Mason, who is in West Side Story revival, and she's in the West Side Story movie coming up, she showed up on set and completely transformed into her character. And her costume, made by Brian Hemeseth, was unbelievable. He just won an Emmy this year for costume design, and he came on board to design her costume. And just like all of the elements, Ryan Jackson's makeup plot fell into place. The music was brilliant. The lighting design was brilliant. Jamie's projections were unbelievable. It was truly watching 50 artists come together to like paint an actual picture. And that's when I was like, oh my God, this is magic. And it was only the first day. You know, we had an entire month ahead of us. So that was when I first like actually got that excited. Like, my chest started pounding. We're doing something cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we cannot wait to see it again. It's streaming at BroadwayCares.org/spell, or I don't know if it's a backslash or a normal slash. It's just a slash. You know what I'm saying.
Slash.
And Thursday, October 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. We will see Amanda and Allison soon. You're coming back from the game. But we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with some more special guests. Alan, hit that transition.
Sisters, we have a problem. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. You can't stop the things I do. I ain't lying, no, I ain't lying. I put a spell on you, and now you're
mine. Guys, I did a wig change.
You did! Oh my God!
Now, who is she? Like?
This is like more like iconic me. This is like Bob Blonde. Actually, she came out because for our next segment, but like should we just get into like bringing on our special guests?
Let's bring out some more special guests. We have with us Alana and Claire Saunders.
Yeah!
Hello!
Oh my God.
Thank you all so much for being here.
Hello.
Now, Jay was telling us about how you've been involved with the show for the last couple of years. So do you want to tell the listeners and the audience kind of what your experience has been and what your role in the show has been for the last few years?
I'm going to do it? Okay. We joined last year when because Jay and Alana were in a show together, and our characters hadn't been in the show before, I assume. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, they hadn't. Nope. No. Okay. Yeah. So Jay decided that the stepmother and the stepsisters from Cinderella should be part of the show, and we love a twin gimmick, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I don't know. And then he asked us to be part of it. And then, of course, it was a big hit, the number, and so must do a return. I hate myself. Must do a returning thing for this year, and we flank Robin Herder, which is the honor of my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, Tony Award nominee.
Tony Award nominee Robin Herder. We love to see it.
We love to see it.
Yes.
Yeah. She's just the best.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Well, thank you all so much for coming on. You're joining us for our segments. So we want to get your hot takes, your opinions on kind of what we're talking about. So Caleb, take it away.
Yeah, our first segment's going to be Blonde Girls from Ohio moment. Obviously, Alan, hit us with that segue.
Maybe I'd better go O-H-I-O. Maybe I'd better go home.
Alrighty. Oh, don't you just love that? It's so ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, so I did a survey on my Instagram of some scary things. So the first one we're going to talk about, Alan, hit up our first survey. Okay, so we have who would have more TikTok followers? Do we think the Queen, Alien, or are we feeling like Jeepers Creepers? What do you guys think? Let's discuss.
I kind of feel like Queen Alien is where I spiritually am going with this one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, what do you think?
I feel like Queen Alien is more like futuristic, looking toward like, Space Odyssey. So yeah, definitely Queen Alien. It feels like more like TikTok realness.
Right. Alana, what do you think?
Oh no, Alana.
We can't hear you, Alana.
So sorry.
We're gonna try the AirPods.
Give that a shout.
No.
Press cam mic, the button that says cam mic, and see what's going down there. You should be able to pick what the sound is.
Here we go.
Guest
we're
star on.
I know.
Mm.
So Elliot, while she figures that out, Elliot, who are we thinking who would you be your pick?
Queen Alien for sure. I mean, that gives me the vibes of like, those videos where they're like people are like sitting back and they're like lip syncing and then they throw a shoe and kick it and then they're in a different outfit.
Right.
I feel like I could see Queen Alien doing that. And so I just feel like the content would be more TikTok.
Right. Yes. So I think, the number was, we had 63% of our viewers said Queen Alien and 37% said Jeepers Creepers. And I would have to agree, because Jeepers Creepers only comes out every 23 years or something. Alana, are you with us?
Maybe.
Yay!
Okay, great. The Queen. That's all I have to say. You guys can continue on.
Always the Queen.
So yeah, I think he only comes out every 23 years. He's so dated. He wouldn't know the trends. And Queen Alien has that tail and she's like, work, fashion, baby. So obviously Queen Alien is our winner.
Yeah.
Let's moving on to our next survey. Hit us with number 2. Okay. Who would convince you to buy their pyramid scheme? We have Annabelle or Chucky. Claire, you started off first last time. Let's go with you again.
Okay. So definitely Annabelle. I would probably I'd follow her more. However, I could see Chucky just emotionally manipulating me into it.
Sure. Yes.
So, like from my own doing, I would say follow Annabelle, but Chucky might get me just because. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. That's
Jay, what do you think?
I'm going to have to say Chucky on this because I'm not really sure who Annabelle is.
The Conjuring.
Yeah.
That was my movie I watched last night.
Is she in The Conjuring?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the spirit right now knocking.
Oh, my God.
That's with me. That's cats being fed. Like, are you trying to stare at? Like, what's the sound? You can't hear anything, and then you can hear everything.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So
very quarantine vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, I think, I don't know, Jay, I don't know who Annabelle is either, technically speaking, but I haven't ever seen Chucky, and I never, ever will. But just by look, Annabelle probably, but Chucky, I feel like would just fearmonger me into whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, those eyes.
Yeah, very that. Mm-hmm.
And what's going on there.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say Annabelle because she emerged. She that glass case can't hold her back. Okay, she's gonna haunt whoever she wants to haunt, and I think she's gonna sell her skincare products no matter what it takes. Okay,
exactly. So our viewers said 56% went with Annabelle and 44% went with Chucky. And I have to agree. I think Annabelle, her makeup is so bold. She's so confident in her makeup. Ellen, will you throw it up there one more time just so we can see her makeup?
Yes, thank you.
Her hair is bopping and her card says "Miss Me." She's she's ruthless.
Wow. I missed that "miss me" part. That's
her dress is very Maria West Side Story too.
Yes. So I think I would buy into Annabelle whatever she's selling. Okay, let's hit up with our third question, our third survey. Okay, who do you think is the better masked singer? We have Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Scream from Scream. Thoughts?
Wow.
Alana, what do you think?
Wow, the better. Wow. I mean, just Texas. That one. That Scream feels a little bit more. Who is she? Like what? Like, you really don't know. I feel like there's a lot more with whatever the other one is, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think I would be overcome with the dancing ability. I know that we're talking about the voice, but the overall performance, I feel like, would be better on the Texas
Leatherface.
Okay, that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with Alana on this. It's definitely Leatherface because he takes people's faces and puts it on his own. And so there's not a mask that's really blocking that sound. So from a pedagogical perspective, it's definitely Leatherface.
Pingy. He's still got the ping. Yeah, okay. Claire?
You know what? I disagree here. You know what I mean? I think that performance-wise, I hear you, but I just feel like the vocals is unmatched over there. You know, I'm going this with my spirit on this one, on my intuition, and that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Okay. Yeah. Elliot?
Look, I'm gonna make it 50-50. Scream is what I think as well. Because look at the jaw placement. Unhinged, open. That soft palate is raised. Raised.
Okay, so this is it comes down to my decision because obviously it's my segment. So viewers, 81% said Scream, 19% said Leatherface.
Wow.
And obviously Scream is an amazing band name. I think Scream, obviously she's going to be screaming her face off. But I think Leatherface, the phone call and Scream, it doesn't match what I want him to sound like. So, and I think Leatherface makes more better vowel sounds. So I'm going to go with Leatherface. Mix it up.
Red Leatherface, yellow Leatherface, red Leatherface.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah. Okay, hit us with our last question. Okay. Okay, who would you kind of be okay with killing you in a horror movie? We have Patrick Bateman from American Psycho and George Lutz from Amityville Horror. Thoughts? Jay, do you want to go first?
Woof.
Can I be double team killed? The same time? Is that a question? Is that an answer?
Hi, thank you.
I forgot their names, so I don't really even know.
That the picture was unfair, but I think I'd have to go with George. I have more of a soft spot for him.
Sure.
He might do it nicely, and if not nicely, I still might enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
Right. And he might enjoy it as well. Together, we're enjoying.
Yes. Elliot, who do you think?
I'm gonna go with I think initially I said Patrick Bateman just because I'm kind of what's going on there? Why the mirror? You know what I mean? I'm just
He's in a tanning booth. He's in a tanning booth.
No, but in the movie, the mirror.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Context, Caleb. Okay.
I know.
Hello?
Getting overheated,
But
yeah.
I'm gotta say, with the photo, I love a dad. You know, and the pajama pants, the running outside to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
I'm really sold.
My
We love it,
goodness.
Love
Yes.
facial hair.
So 40% of our viewers said Patrick Bateman and 60% George Lutz. I find this interesting that people would want to be killed by Patrick because he's actually really crazy. Like he's your crazy boyfriend. So I'm not into that. So I'm gonna go with George Lutz because he was just like possessed by an evil spirit for a little while. So I think he would be killed softlier. It's better. I don't know.
Softlier.
Softlier.
Write it down.
Softlier.
Softlier.
So I'm gonna go with George Lutz on that decision.
The real winner of that, though, was us for getting to look
Yes.
at those pictures.
Yes.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for that again.
Wow.
So if you like that review of those scary movies, you're gonna love Elliot's and my review of Hellbent. Throw up that icon, Alan. Yes. So October 31st, Halloween, if you didn't know the date, is going to be, we're going to be releasing a review of Hellbent. It's like the first openly gay horror movie, and where it's camp classic. You're going to love it.
It's
So
very gay.
So in between now and Halloween, you have to watch Hellbent. It's a must. Ellie and I decided we're going to watch it every single year.
What year was it?
2004.
Oh,
So it is very dated. It's very not 2020.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that, okay? Some things are said that can't be said.
Okay.
gotcha.
Okay.
And that's
So,
what makes it
but-
horrifying.
But I think it holds up.
So watch Hellbent before October 31st and listen to our episode released that day. Thank you for joining for Blonde Girls. Let's move right on to Merch Madness.
Yeah, it's time for Merch Madness. Okay. So this is my segment where usually I review show merchandise against each other in our versus format and choose a winner. However, for this special spooky Halloween edition, I have some really one-of-a-kind special treats from my time working in Beetlejuice that I'm going to review against each other. This is Merch Madness Costume Sketch Edition. So
Ooh.
I have this one-of-a-kind sketch by Michael Curry, Puppet Master, of my costume from the Netherworld. And what basically he sketched this to show me, like, I'm going to add some leaves and crack your helmet. Is that okay with you? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. And he showed me the sketch. And then the next day it had been, he painted it with watercolors and he signed it and put it on my station. So it's just like one of those special kind of like things that just happens.
Can you bring it closer to the camera?
I don't know how close I can get.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
We love Zoom.
Oh my god, this front light is
so
so
Yes.
and you can see it's signed here by Michael Curry.
Wow.
And it has my what the sketch is. This is very special to me. It was hanging in my dressing room, and we recently cleaned them out. So I was sad to clean out the dressing room, but most excited to go back and get this so I can put it in my house. This is one of my favorite things I've ever owned.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for opening night, William Ivy Long, who is the costume designer, he is constantly painting. He paints all the time. And especially with Beetlejuice, a lot of our costumes were painted. He would hand paint them to make it look Tim Burton-y and costumey. So we all got individual sketches of us kind of as Beetlejuice. So this is William Ivy Long's painting of me as Beetlejuice.
Love it.
So cool.
Very cool.
It's very abstract, the green, the splatter. This is signature kind of what he, this is what his sketches look like. This is anytime anything was painted, it looked like this. So this is very reminiscent of what I would see always. And it actually has a bit of a sheen to it. You can't really see in this, but the green paint is like metallic. Cool. So it has like a sheen. It's really, really cool. So, I mean, they both obviously win because they're incredible, one of a kind, like cool things. But if I had to choose, the winner of this week's Merch Madness is my Skydiver watercolor. Yeah. It's literally, you know, a lot of people, everyone in the cast that played Beetlejuice like got an individual sketch from William, but like this is just for me and really, really special. And I look at it every day. I took it right off the wall at my desk. I'm going to put it right back. The winner of this week's Merch Madness.
Yes.
So that concludes our segments. So Claire and Alana, thank you all so much for joining us. Your input was invaluable.
We needed it. Like
yes.
Where can people find you on social media?
Oh, I guess I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, I guess I was supposed to put my like thing down there.
Oh, no one
just
told me
tell
anything.
the people.
Yeah, my Instagram is Claire Sandy, so first name spelled like it is, and then Saundy, and then Alana and I also have a Saunders Twins account, which is Saunders Twins. And
you
then,
do?
Yeah,
I don't follow that one. Oh, I need to.
Yeah, it's a good account.
We're not as active on it right this second because social media is a little tricky right now. But yeah, and then also if you want to look on our, we have a website. Oh look, it's right there. And then we can go look at our Saunders Collective website. That's also a good place.
Instagram.
And the Saunders Collective Instagram. Us as a entire family unit, not just us.
Claire and Alana have two other siblings that are brilliant actors. Mr. Heath Saunders and Mr. Trent Saunders. They all have been all over the world. On the West End, on the Broadway.
And it seems like a really impressive large group of creatives in the family. So that is really, really interesting. I was scrolling through the website and it is, first of all, beautiful. And second of all, really
the YouTube earlier, your guys' YouTube channel. I love it. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, right. Also, I've got to call out Alana because she's one of our editors. She actually edited her video, the Evil Step Trio, the video that Claire and Alana and Robin star in. Alana is the editor of the video, and it is fire. It is a fiery edit.
So I mean, I heard Jay talking about the costumes and how many costumes are, that each video has to have 3 costumes, and that video has not only 3 costumes, but the amount of room. There's going to be a lot of stimulus coming at you. So. Yeah.
So don't.
That kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
From George, lots of stimulus.
And again, you can check out the show Thursday, October 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern at BroadwayCares.org/spell. All right. Thank you, Claire and Alana, so much for joining us. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I put a spell on you, and now you're gone. Don't go so long on you, and it was strong.
Guys, I did my updo during that break.
Just a quick ponytail to go to the grocery store.
I know, right?
These wigs.
It could have been a full curler situation too. So
I know, like I literally had to set it overnight and then.
Okay, tell us about her. Who is she?
So this is the OG original, but this is a Michael Ferguson design. He still designs for Broadway shows, but this was when he was in Phantom. And this is what are those characters? Jay, what are those characters at the end of Act 1? They come out and they're like
the fops.
Yes. So this is a traditional fop design,
and a fop is wearing it lovingly.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
So we are nearing the end of our show. And we always like to close out with a game, and Caleb is the game master. So, Caleb.
Ooh, okay. So this game is called That Beautiful Sound. I'm going to play some ASMRs that I created by myself. High quality. And in between those, I'm going to ask you a question. So you tell me what you think this sound is. Here we go. That beautiful sound. Here's number one. Thoughts. Did we hear it?
Rice.
Rice. Okay, we have rice. Allison, what do you think?
I know this isn't it, but it sounded a little like water. Some sort of water situation.
I see that. Okay, Jay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a shower.
Okay, yeah, okay. We
Like
see
a
a frozen
shower
flow.
of something, like a shower of
Rice.
Or,
Rice.
or like lots
Elliot,
of things.
Elliot, hot take.
I think it's the spider webs behind you coming out of a bag.
Close, all close. You guys did a great job. That was me putting my phone in a pile of leaves and then raking over them. So leaves, crunchy leaves.
Wow, we almost got it.
Almost.
Close,
I
close.
felt it. I mean, so you can get the whole thing.
Wow.
Okay, quick question. Favorite scary movie? Hot take. Give it to me right away. Amanda, favorite scary movie?
I don't know. I can't even think of one right now. Of course. I love The Ring. I love The Ring.
The Ring, classic.
Yeah.
Actually terrifying. Okay,
Yeah.
Allison, scary movie.
The first one that came to my mind was Rear Window.
Classic.
Oh.
Ooh. Thriller.
Oh God,
Jay.
what's the one with Millie Shapiro where she gets her head knocked off?
Spoiler.
Who?
Is it Hereditary?
Yes,
Oh.
Hereditary.
I'm so torn because I love Toni Collette, but I cannot watch that movie.
It's
I
a
know.
lot.
Scary.
Well, it's actually one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, and it affected me on a psychological level that I wasn't quite ready for, and so I feel like it did its job, which is why I just had to mention it as my favorite scary movie, because I don't want to watch it ever again.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought of my real one.
Okay.
The Man Who Knew Too Much.
I've never
I
heard
don't
of
know
that.
that one.
Another Hitchcock with Doris Day and James Stewart.
Ooh.
And she sings Que Sera Sera in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very suspenseful.
Elliot, your scary movie?
It's actually El Orfanato, which is a Spanish movie by Guillermo del Toro, right? Who did Pan's Labyrinth. It's terrifying.
Visual, yes.
Gorge.
Okay. Next sound. Are we ready? Here we go. Go. Hurry.
Coins
Yeah, you're like dropping coins. Like coins are being dropped.
in an echoey hallway.
Okay, close. Okay. Amanda, anything?
I thought silverware first.
Yeah.
Silverware? Okay, Elliot, quick.
It's fiddling with your keys before you get to the door and then opening your door.
Oh my God, that is it. That's me trying to go open the door while I have to go pee after climbing up the stairs. You know, like when you really have to go and you're like, I dropped the keys, put it back in. But also I had to like tell myself that someone was chasing me. You know, like when you like to like scare yourself a little bit. And so you just kind of like, you pretend there's drama. So
I get
I was
it.
putting pressure on myself.
How many keys are on your keychain, Caleb?
Too many. I have
Clearly.
access to many apartments in the city. I think I have a home in every borough.
Because you clean.
Yes. So I have access to many apartments and I hold many keys. I am the key ring master.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, next question. We have, pandemic, we're trying to support restaurants locally in our neighborhood by takeout and dine in or eat out. What restaurant are you supporting in your neighborhood, even in Texas? Go for it. Say what restaurant.
I really like the restaurant Let Us Cook. It's in Bluebonnet Circle in Fort Worth. And my neighborhood in Brooklyn, Bushwick, I really loved Ops. The sourdough pizza restaurant.
Oh my god, yum. What does Let Us Cook serve? Like, what kind of food is it?
Healthy American food.
Great.
Love it.
Amanda, what about you?
There is a little tiny barbecue shack on the east side of Fort Worth. And I can't remember the exact name of it, but I think it's called the Barbecue Guys. And they have smoked chicken salad that is absolutely delicious.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, that's a restaurant everybody needs to frequent.
Hey,
what's it called again?
I think it's called the Barbecue Guys. I'm pretty sure. But it's on the east side of Fort Worth. And I think you can Google smoked chicken salad and they'll come up.
I'm going to be doing that tonight.
Yes. Do they deliver?
Not to New York.
Jay, how about you?
I'm gonna have to say this place called Uptown Garrison, which is like a coffee shop by day, bistro by night. It's really great on 181st Street. When I first moved to this area, I actually ran into Lin-Manuel Miranda going into this place, and he bought me avocado toast and an iced coffee, and we got to sit and chill for 20 minutes. And so I have fond memories of the Uptown Garrison. Support them.
Yes. Elliot, where are you supporting?
Oh, everywhere.
Just give us one, yeah.
Pocket Bar.
You love Pocket Bar.
Pocket Bar. They're doing like grilled peanut butter and jellies with their alcohol right now. Delicious.
Okay, next beautiful sound. Here we go.
Oh, I know what that is.
Okay, let's hear it. What do you think it is?
So receipt machine. Like
a what machine?
A receipt, like it's printing receipts.
Okay.
Like yellow and white paper, like 2 copies.
A really intense cat purr?
I thought it was a cat purr as well.
It's Vivian.
Yeah. I want to say it's Vivian, but it's actually me snoring at night, just kind of like with the AC running. I'm kidding. It's Vivian. Vivian's my cat.
Can Vivian come say hi since we've had kitten friends?
Please.
She is somewhere. I don't see her. She's a little tiny kitten running around. She's no time for her dad right now. Okay. Next question. Best purchase you've made during quarantine? You know, like it wasn't necessary, but it was necessary.
That's a good question.
Best purchase I've made in quarantine. This is a good question, Caleb.
I know, right?
I'll try and start. I think that the best purchase I made. It's not a purchase, but does my new apartment count?
Oh, totally. Yes. It was necessary and definitely necessary.
I didn't buy for sure, but it's definitely the best use of my money.
Okay.
My husband and I bought a literal ton of bricks. Yes, because we built a brick path in our backyard.
Yes.
Doing some quarantine gardening.
And they're not just any bricks. They're bricks from like a historical street in Fort Worth. So there's like history.
Work and repurpose. Like I love that. That's so cool.
Okay. Did you lay them like flat this way, or did you do like a little like cool design?
No, I can't. It's a curve. It's like an S curve, and so they're following S around.
Great.
So we had to do a little bit of cutting. So there's some corner pieces and stuff. It looks really good.
I look forward to seeing pics of it on your Instagram.
Okay.
Yes. Allison, what did you purchase?
I think the coolest thing has been this microphone. It's a WA-14 microphone, and it sounds so good. And my fiance is an amazing musician and has been recording a lot of music as per usual, but especially now. And it's real. It's a game changer to have a good microphone.
It really is.
Like it's picking up the AC now. We're like,
Too good. Yeah.
Yes.
Jay, what about you?
I actually bought this. What is it called? It's called the Perfect Drink, and it is a scale that is Bluetooth capable with my phone, and so I have an app on my phone. So I like download the app, and it's the perfect drink, and I can be like, I want a whiskey sour tonight, and so then I put the cocktail shaker on the scale, and then it knows what's up, and so then it's like, all right, add 5 ounces of bourbon, and it's like gluk 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 ding, and it's when it fills up to the amount, it dings, and so it's like, great, next ingredient. Add however many ounces of lemon juice. Gloop, 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 ding. Add this. So it literally makes the perfect drink because you don't have to worry about like measuring cups and then you put the ice in it, and then it tells you how long to shake it for. So like once you take it off of the actual scale, and it starts counting down the seconds that you need to shake it. So it's like 10 seconds, you're shaking, and you pour it out, and it literally actually makes the perfect drink every time. It's so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There was this New York Post like store did like a unlimited like cocktail class, like online cocktail classes, and it was like $30 for like lifetime access to these classes.
Okay.
So I bought it. I just haven't done anything with it yet. But it
Get up
sounds
and
like
do
you're one step ahead. Caleb, I'm gonna flip the script. What's been your favorite quarantine purchase?
I don't know if it's my favorite, but I bought a pair of very expensive tweed pants in the height peak of summer. And Cole was like, why are you buying those pants? You can't even wear them. And I said, because I feel good in them. And that's all we need to do right now is make sure we feel good. So great pair of tweed pants. I'm going to wear them every day in the middle of winter. So get used to them. Okay.
The pants again. Yeah.
Yes. Last sound. And this one's pretty epic. So here we go. That's it.
Ew.
It sounds like a fly.
Okay. Allison?
That's what I thought too.
Okay, Jay?
I feel like it's like a electric razor.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, a vibrator.
Okay, Elliot?
I think it's a fly. It sounds like fly.
Okay, it's a fly, but it took me forever to track down the fly that landed on Pence's head. She is like the hottest interview to get right now. And so like I sat her down for like 15 seconds. That's all I got, all of her attention. Yay! But like that is the fly from Pence's head from the debate. So
yeah, wow. I heard
you heard it first.
CAA.
Yeah, so
she's so strong, so powerful.
Exactly.
She loves shit.
Yeah.
And he's using full belts, like full belt.
Full belt.
That's a loud
really,
fly.
really resonating. Just like
yes.
So. And with that,
is that at the end of the game?
That's the end of the game. We end with the Pence fly.
And now we fly, right?
You know,
we fly.
We fly. So thank you all so much for coming and joining us on the show. This has been so much fun. I can't wait for the audience to watch the show on the 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern at BroadwayCares.org/spell.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait to watch it.
And just so everyone knows, if you can't watch it on the 29th at 8 p.m., that's okay. It's probably going to live on the internet for at least a week. So if you can't watch it on the 29th, watch it on the 30th, or watch it on the 31st, or on November 1st, or on November 2nd. So I just want to make sure that people know that, like, if they can't make it on the night it premieres, it's going to be up there for a while.
Great.
You can even watch it. You could watch it November 3rd, but we're going to be busy voting, watching Election Day coverage.
That's right.
Make sure you have a voting plan. Make sure you are reaching out to people, asking them their voting plans. It's more important now than ever that we make our voices heard in this election. So please, please, please get out there and vote. Vote early if you can. Vote
wear
by
a
mail.
mask. Yes.
And yeah, where can people find you on social media? Let's start with Allison.
Well, I have my personal page, Alpalzo, ALPALZ0. And then I have my band page called Palemara, PALEMARA.
Yeah, you got to check out Pale Mara's stuff. They're a brilliant, brilliant band. They write such beautiful songs. Check them out, Pale Mara.
Thank you.
Amanda, what about you?
I have my Insta handle, Amanda Williams Ware. I'm at Maymay Love on Twitter, MAEMAELOVE. Amanda Williams Ware on Facebook, and Amanda 7 Williams on Snapchat. And Amanda Williams Ware on TikTok.
And TikTok. She's on everything.
Yeah, but I'm a stalker on TikTok. I don't have any videos yet. Like every 33-year-old in the entire world.
Exactly. You can find me at Jay_A_Johnson because I want to make your life miserable while you search for me on the internet.
Yes.
And as you can see in the graphic here, you can follow the podcast at Equity One Podcast on Instagram, at Equity1_ on Twitter.
Send us an email at equityonePodcast@gmail.com and head over to the iTunes app. Give us a 5-star rating review. It helps other people find us as well. Elliot, where can we find you?
You can find me at Elliot Maddox on everything. Caleb?
You can find me, Caleb Dickey, on everything.
And until next time, cheers! Oh, hit that ending.
Sisters, we have a problem. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine.